Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have a very, very special guest here for the show today. Can you go ahead and announce to the world who you are and where you're calling from?
Hello. My name is Stefan Fehr. I'm the founder of Modern IQs, and yeah, I'm happy to be on the show today.
Thank you. And can we go ahead and talk about your past leading up into your present?
Yeah. So yeah, I did create AI app store called moderniqs.com, and I started using AI 2019, so long before everybody was aware of ChatGPT. And yeah, for me, the whole journey started really with my old project, appcolumbus.com, where that was like an affiliate platform for software as a service products. And I tried, so in the moment where I added a lot of text, AI generated text to my blog articles on appcolumbus.com, I got a lot of reach on Google. So back in the day, I had 4 hours to create a blog article, and I thought, well, if this please, I didn't know, right? I was like most people thinking I have to do my, get my reach through social media, but in fact, it's like a blog article on average gets you 10 to 1,000 times more traffic. Like there's like a lot more, and I experienced this. I saw how my old platform App Columbus was like really skyrocketing for a while on Google. And since I had 4 hours to create an article back in the day, I thought, well, if I have a reach of, I had like 130,000 a month with 69 articles. And I was like, if I can get those 4 hours down to, well, right now we are 10 seconds, then I can have a lot more articles on a lot more websites and get a lot more traffic from Google, right? So this is why I started to create an AI app that, you know, where you only need to enter your headline, press create, and the system creates the text, the images, uploads everything, does plagiarism checks, there's like hundreds of process steps now, which you usually need to do by hand, which we're doing automatically. And this is how I started up. This is how I created this startup challenges and solutions directory where startups can use this as a checklist if they don't know, or you just don't know all the areas of your business which you need to take care of. And this is like meant to be a go-to place for founders and entrepreneurs so that they can use it as just go on and check like what kind of legal challenges do I need to uh, master, or how can I get funding or so on. And there's like right now it has 460 articles on, and we're aiming for 2,000 or maybe even more. And then it will be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, place of knowledge around startup challenges and solutions on the internet, done with our app. Yeah.
Well said, by the way. And are you contracting to anybody right now?
What do you mean with that?
Like, are you giving your software to just the regular consumer or privately owned businesses?
Hmm.
And
So right now we're almost like we're in the launch of our second version, and the second version is just it's like the coolest tool ever, because you don't even need to create an account. You can just go on moderniqs.com, and the first thing you will see, so this is not online yet, right? So right now the first version is online, but the second version will be in 1 or 2 weeks. And then you can enter your email and enter the headline of the blog article and press create, and then the system creates the article for you and send it via email within a couple of minutes. So you actually have like a couple of seconds to create a blog article. And we're aiming right now, one article per month is free, and we're aiming to get this up to 10 if we can lower the cost extremely. So everybody could go on moderniqs.com and just create a blog article for free in seconds. Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah, it's if you want to have like, look, the thing is this. Here's the business model. Blog articles get a lot of traffic. And if you want to have your company scaling up fast, then you probably need more than one article a month, because you can have thousands on your website, right? That can get you traffic in. Yeah.
And the AI that you use, if you were to ask it a solid question, is it the software that you built? Because when it's basically a blog article, when you put in your unmisspelled paragraphs, one or two or three or four paragraphs worth of an article, and then it reconstructs it in a more fancier technology. But what if you wanted to ask it a question about how to go about, sort of like that new technology that Mark Cuban keep talking about? I forgot what it's called, but they just came out with it. And Chat GPT, can you tell me the difference between Chat GPT and yours without saying Chat GPT uses it for 4 hours? It takes 4 hours versus 10 seconds, which is brilliant. You take 10 seconds to create a blog versus, and that's lots of articles streaming through your platform while your system is growing and everything. So tell me, what's the difference other than that between Chat GPT and modern IQs?
Yeah. So, well, ChatGPT, it's a chatbot, right? So our system is designed in a way where you have two fields. In the one field, you enter your headline, and in the second field, you can enter some background information, like what's the idea the system should write about. But it's not a chatbot, so you cannot go you cannot chat with it. It's like it's done for one purpose, and doing this one purpose as perfect as possible, and as fast as possible, and as cheap as possible. so so you it's like any form field where you enter the headline, right? And like you right like where you usually enter your email and your password, but there you enter the headline of the blog article and the background information, maybe about you, or the idea of the article. Then you press create, and the thing gets created. And it's like Google looks for a lot of things in a blog article in order for it to rank. So if you want your blog article to rank, you have to do like a lot of manual work, and we automated this. Yeah. But it's very different to ChatGPT. It's like a special purpose app, and ChatGPT is a chatty large language model. Yeah.
Have you been to sessions like AI conventions where you get to talk about your technology versus Chat GPT?
Mm. Nothing in person yet, simply because the field is developing so fast, and we are trying to stay ahead of everybody else. But companies like OpenAI, they are moving very quickly. So we are giving interviews and programming. This is what we do. Yeah.
Okay, and how long did it take you to create this artificial intelligence for your modern IQs?
Hmm. So that's a good question. Actually, I haven't thought about yet. We started this. I guess the first version was 1.5 years ago. Uh, a couple of thousand hours, for sure. Maybe I'm not 5 digit, but a couple of thousand hours for sure. Yeah.
Now, could I ask like your modern IQs a question like what would be the odds between what we were taught? I couldn't do that yet.
No, no. That's why I'm saying, like, what we're doing is we're creating apps that have a very special purpose, right? If you want to create a blog article, you can do this with our app, because the system. So if you, as I'm saying, Google needs you to give images a name, give images a name, give images and a text that a blind person can read, right? Alternative image text. Google needs you to do a lot of tasks, and these tasks we automate. And this is the app can only do this. But this, I mean, okay, I'll give you an example. So maybe you can see the use case better there. Do you know healthline.com?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit. So so the reason why I wanted to have this app is partially because of healthline.com, because they get a couple of 100 million monthly website visitors without spending $1 on advertising. All they do is create perfect quality blog articles. They get a couple of 100 million monthly website visitors only with blog articles. And this is the goal. So our app focuses on one simple thing, getting perfect quality blog articles in no time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. and then I got inspired by Mr. Beast. And so this is why we want to, in the future, if we can scale it really crazily up, that we can offer every entrepreneur on the planet 10 free articles a month so they can promote their company without going through all the hustle we all did in the past.
Remember when it was just writing, just a pencil and a piece of paper?
Oh, geez.
Lots of errors, then a typewriter. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, where do you see yourself going in the future with the AI technology?
Yeah, so for sure, so we are actually planning on, okay, right now, ChatGPT, OpenAI has their custom GPTs, right? And people are telling the world how awesome they are. But the thing is, for a compute intense task, for a task where you need a lot of computing power, OpenAI just does not have there's not enough computing power on the planet to do those tasks in a custom GPT where you can just say do this. So, but there will be in a couple of years. I actually estimate 2 to 5 years. OpenAI will do what we're doing today, almost for free. So the opportunity of what we're offering right now is. If you're a startup or if you own a business and you want to take this opportunity, obviously in 2 years everybody's gonna have it. So there's a time limit, but in 2 years we're going to hopefully have scaled this up to eventually create entire websites with 1,000 articles on in minutes. Yeah.
Did you hear about the new phones coming out in the next decade called Intel phones?
No.
Okay. They really haven't been talking about it a lot, but it was on Market Watch. But yeah, that is an amazing thing. And tell me, like, what did you want to talk about as far as your web page go?
Yeah. So let me just quickly share my screen. I hope I can do this quickly here. All right. Do you see my screen?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. So here we go. This is I start here. This is the website right now, moderniqs.com. As I said, in the future, you will have a little form here where you can enter your headline, enter your email, press create, and the article will be sent to you via email a couple of minutes later. That's how it's looking like right now. And by the way, this is like 1 or 2 weeks out, so this should come pretty soon. And what I wanted to talk about as well is this. So this is how you need to imagine if you use our app on your website and create a lot of articles. This is how it could look like, right? So you have like 10 key metrics for identifying startup growth, right? And if you go in here, this is how an article looks like right now. So you get the images, you get the text, you get bold marking and so on and so forth, and a lot of it. So if we go down here, it's like I don't know, it's like a couple of hundred on there right now. I'm not sure if everything is shown here. So if you want to, so this is particularly meant for startups. If you have a startup, we are building this directory around this topic, startup challenges and solutions. I advise, or I recommend you to go here and have a look for what you have not thought about yet. So for example, when I was creating, in the beginning, it was just me creating this. And I started with funding because that was like my most interesting topic. And I quickly realized when I wrote all these articles here, that I actually do, or when the system created the articles, obviously I needed to check them quickly, each one of them. So I realized quickly that I'm actually fulfilling a lot of the requirements investors are really looking out for, like low burn rate, right? My startup really costs like almost nothing, and all this information is inside those articles. So how to do due diligence? I can't pronounce it, and so I would advise people. So if we go back, just seeing here of what is okay. This is a definition. What is bootstrapping? How to develop a solid business plan, right? Different funding options and so on. Like there's a lot of knowledge in here, and that was just this finding startup funding topic, right? If we go into legal challenges, right? And I think there's like 60 articles in here right now. Yeah, so this is something I wanted to say is like go here, founders, create your articles if they are for free, right? Right now, one a month is for free. And go here and check out all the to-dos which you have not thought about yet. Here we have business model. There's a lot in here, and it's growing. It's right now at 460 articles, and yeah, it'll grow to a couple of thousand in the future, I guess. Yeah.
And with all of that, have you ever thought about connecting with different like browsers like LinkedIn, connecting us to LinkedIn as a way people can write good articles for, because they have an SEO link for LinkedIn where you can type it in. I don't know if you knew that. Even if you didn't, it's okay. I just wanted to throw that out there though. And then they have like I do articles, but when I'm writing it myself, it does not look like I want it to sound. And
Mhm.
I would I'm proud. I most likely am going to use your platform. 1 month. Yeah, seriously.
It's a good feeling because everybody I'm showing this says the same. And you should. I mean, at least once a month because that is free and it costs you no time, right?
Mhm.
Um. So when you enter your, to be honest, I haven't checked this yet. We did do so if you have a WordPress website, you can when you have an account, you can set up your WordPress website as well, so it automatically uploads it to WordPress, because that's saving a couple of clicks as well. But the general option we have is you just get it sent via email, and when you have your email, just copy all, right, and paste it into your LinkedIn article. It should work that way. So you open the email, copy everything, open LinkedIn, create an article, paste everything in, done.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm doing a lot of LinkedIn articles as well, so I should have checked this out before. I think I thought about it a couple of weeks ago, but I forgot. Yeah.
And how do you see, like in the next 10 years, how do you see your company standing out from the rest? How will you merge with already developed companies to help grow your company as a whole?
Um, um, I don't think that. So the idea of that we will be able to forecast the next 10 years is outdated.
Okay.
That used to be possible when things went slower, but we're now entering. You have to think about something. So the short answer is I can't. I know that I can't, right? I don't know what's coming after 2028. For sure I can't. Before I divide time in the time before 1995, where almost nobody had internet, and then the time till now, where most quickly growing world population has internet, and the time after AI. So in 1995, when we had a year of development and a year passed, with people having internet, this is multiplied by 100. Just think about something. Think about how did a scientist before the internet do science? They went to a library and got a book that is outdated since 20 years, or they get a science magazine where, like, I mean, you probably would have 10,000 science magazines only in your field with all the information that is coming out today. So what I'm saying is, when you just look at science, progress is 100 times faster today than it was before everybody had internet. Now we have AI, and I think development is in the process of increasing 100 times again. So what we're saying is the world development in whatever kind of, skill or branch or whatever, or science part, is now 10,000 years what it used to be 30 years ago. So I cannot see in the future. This is that was a long answer. It's just everybody who can predict what's going to happen in 10 years is not considering this fact.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how do you like? I have so many questions. They're all like bottled up, but this AI thing, is going to be a wonderful. To piggyback off of you, you're right. We can't see what's in the future, but we can assume based on how our companies is going, where do we want to be versus where do we see ourselves by probably merging with people. Like I hate to say this, but Facebook, not in a bad way, but I, like maybe LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram can merge because so many people
Mm.
accidentally have errors on there. It can turn into not only a blog post, but people using AI to in under 10 seconds to post memes and just short snippets. Whatever your company has, just merging with that. What do you
Yeah.
think about that?
So okay. So one of the things, and that is quite some time out as well, is that you would enter your content idea, but it's not just creating the blog article. It's creating it's creating a social post for every social media network, but it's also creating every version that every social media network is having today. So, for example, on LinkedIn, you have a normal text post, then you have a text post with an image, then you have a text post with a video, right? You have a slider and so on. And I guess further out in the future, and this is very compute restricted then as well, compute limited, you could enter your one line of your idea, and then the system creates everything for every platform, right? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, but that'd be expensive as well.
Do you think that we're in Web 3 or we're moving to Web 4 soon?
uh, to be honest, I just there's no smart reason for thinking things will develop slow in the future. So rather to be honest, get ready for 6.
I would agree
Because
with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right, so this is what we really have to think about is we are in exponential growth, and that means that just I mean, look, when ChatGPT came out, and you had GPT-3, how fast did you thought GPT-4 is coming? And then was there. Bam. Like I was expecting it by now and not a year ago. You know, things are moving fast already, like, and they're speeding up. Yeah.
One last question. They're supposed to be coming out with super intelligence AI. Have you heard about that? I'm pretty sure you have.
Oh yeah. There's like there's quite I've heard about way more than one system where it's not just, you know, it's not just like that. I've heard about systems that can reinforce themselves, so they can actually understand how good their output was, and then they do another output, and then they compare the both, and then they learn from the better one, so they improve and improve and
Whoa,
improve.
that is so cool.
But it will be way smarter than us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be way smarter. So here's what I'm. Let me just make the statement quickly because I'm saying this a lot right now, and I want to get this out. The app we created is 1,000 times faster than an employee working with ChatGPT. That means the app we created can replace 1,000 employees using ChatGPT, not 1,000 employees without ChatGPT, 1,000 employees with ChatGPT. We are operating right now in some of the tasks of our use cases. We are operating at the current maximum of what AI can do today. And the thing is the following: we do this with blog articles, but somebody else can do this with anything, right? There's companies right now developing, for example, chatbots that can chat with you, give you support for any kind of thing you need or service around the clock. So if you I guess you can replace already a huge amount of the global workforce with, I don't know, maybe a couple of hundred or thousand apps. And they can, as I said, with these apps, you could have the largest content production company in the world, and one person can produce all the content. So in our case, and then somebody else creates another app which is as potent as ours, just for another use case, right? And then this app will replace thousands of people. So I don't see why we should go the next step, right? The systems we're having right now are going to challenge this planet a lot. If we build the next scale of systems, and we probably will, I don't see why this is smart. Yeah.
Understood and well said, by the way. How can the people reach you, Stefan?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, so I'm most active on LinkedIn. So if you on LinkedIn type in Stefan with F and then Fehr, Stefan Fehr, and I should come up like on top now. But also I'm growing my X audience, so X would be nice. On Facebook I'm not so active. And Modern IQs is obviously on all channels, YouTube, TikTok. But the best would be just go on moderniqs.com and create your free article monthly, because if you do, Google, if you blog once a month, so this is the current Mr. Beast stage, is like give startups the ability to create one article a month for free without, it takes 10 seconds. So that Google sees you as an active website, an active company. So Google recognizes you and sends you at least a bit of traffic. Yeah.
Well said. I want to thank you so much. Stay on the line. I want to thank you so much for joining my show. You stay on the line. You guys take care, be safe, and I'll see y'all again. And happy 4th. Bye.
Thanks for having me.